Hello, this is Crystal with Granberry Online Ordering, and I'm here to go over the back portal of Let's Get. Most of you went over this when you were doing your training before you went live with Let's Get. So this is just a refresher course and to also show you some new things going on in Let's Get that maybe you didn't know about. Alright, so the first page I'm on is the activation page. This is where we will turn our site on or off. If you would like to turn it off, simply click Not Open and then Authorize. It will display a message to the customers letting them know that online ordering is not available at this time and to call the store for more information. This is useful in natural disasters or maybe big snowstorms where you don't feel it's safe for your drivers to be out. To turn it back on, just click Active and then Authorize to save your change. Now we're going to go to the account page. On our account setup page, the first thing we want to do is make sure our address is correct. This displays to the customer and we want to make sure they know how to find you. And also make sure that your phone number is the store's phone number. Scrolling down, we've got our primary account administrator login. Do not make changes to this without contacting Grimberry support first because it can break the connection between Let's Get and your store. Online merchant processing is how you process your credit cards. Gift card setup if you have it. Marketing setup if you have it. And then we'll continue to scroll down. Here is a new feature called the launch page image. This displays on the launch page to the right hand side of where it asks you if you want takeout or delivery, if you want your order ASAP or later. These are the specs for the image if you would like to add one. They can be anything from maybe a food item to a welcome to online ordering for your customer. It could be a graphic that maybe advertises a coupon. It's completely up to you. If you have trouble with this, contact Granberry support. We'll be happy to help you. Our restaurant defaults. The disclaimer message is a communication tool for your customers. You want to put in something that will let the customer know what to expect before online ordering. So maybe delivery time is approximate would be a good one to put in there. We do not accept checks can be a good one to put in there. Then we have our first time message. This is just something for your reference, so when a customer orders for the first time online, it lets you know. Confirm order message. The customers will see this after they've completed their checkout. I think it's a good idea to customize it for your restaurant. And then cross-sell HTML, this displays on the order confirmation page near the bottom. And it can be maybe a link that goes back to your website. You could use it to link a page that maybe sells merchandise for you, or just anything to communicate with the customer. Maybe let them know of a special that's coming up or an event that's going on in your store. If you made any changes to this page, click Save. And we're going to go to Locations and Menus. We're going to click Location. And now we're at our restaurant setup page. The first thing we want to check is the name. This is displayed above the address on your online ordering, so we want to make sure that the restaurant name is spelled correctly and that it's something that we want the customers to see. Then we're going to go to Order Types and Fees. What we have here is listing, and not a lot of people know about this, but if you ever want to turn off your online ordering but without giving the customer that online ordering message is an available message, you can simply switch it to online menu, and what this will do is instead of having your online ordering, it'll just be the menu. It'll be everything on your online ordering menu without the ordering option, so there won't be any adding to the cart or anything like that, but it will let them view everything on the menu and all the options with it. Alright, we have takeout available, delivery available, dine-in available. You want to check those as appropriate and set your prep time as appropriate. Now over here we have this today. This is for maybe like Friday nights when you're running a little bit slower than usual and you need to adjust your customers' expectations. So you need to change the lead time. You can adjust it here. And then at the end of the day, it'll revert back to your normal 15, 45 minutes or whatever you have set up for your lead time. Um, if you are using the Let's Get monitor, you can do this directly from the monitor in the upper right corner. All right, we also have this ignore preparation time for takeout and ignore preparation time for delivery. What this feature is if a customer goes in to place an order before you open and wants to pick up the order right at the time you open, it normally won't let them do that. It's going to enforce your lead times here. So if they want to place an order for delivery and you open at 11 and they want the order delivered at 11, the system's not going to let them. It's going to require them to put in the 45 minutes, so it's not going to allow a delivery any earlier than 11:45. So what you can do is click ignore preparation time, and that lets them place an order for delivery to be delivered at 11 at the time you open. All right, we have our delivery closing option. This is kind of the same thing but backwards. It controls when the store closes or when it stops accepting online orders. So we have delivery must be complete before the store closes, means it's not going to let a customer go in and place an order for delivery 30 minutes before you close if your delivery lead time is at 45 minutes. And then the same thing with food must be cooked before the store closes. It picks up this 15 minutes. And then order must be placed before the store closes, lets them place an order all the way up until you close. Okay, now we have our delivery fee. We want to make sure that that is set to what you charge in store. If you tax your delivery fee, you need to check that. And if you round your delivery fee, you need to set that accordingly. All right, our web order fee charges a web order fee to every order placed online. Sales tax, you need to make sure that the tax is set up for your area. And if you round your sales tax in store, you need to round it here as well, so make sure that this is checked. All right, tax exempt codes. If you have a group that comes in often and maybe wants to take advantage of the online ordering and they're tax exempt, you can put that group name here or maybe a code for that group, and then let the group know that when they place their order online, there will be an add coupon field, and if they put that code in the coupon field, it'll remove the tax from the order. Just know that they have to put it in exactly as you have it in here. So if you come up with some crazy 1, 2, 3 ABC, not a friendly code, you want to make sure that they know what's capital, what's lowercase, etc. It needs to be entered exactly. Okay, maximum advanced order. This lets the customers place orders up in advance. The default is usually 7 days. I recommend never going over 30 days, but it's your option, whatever you want to choose there. Delivery zip codes. You must enter every zip code that you deliver to if you're offering delivery. Even if it's just one street in that zip code, it needs to be entered here. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter in the zip code. If there's a minimum order for that zip code, make sure to put it in there. If there's an additional delivery time to make it to that zip code, you can put that in there. And if there's an additional delivery fee on top of what you're already charging, you put that in there. And then you want to check verify delivery address. What this will do is it's going to verify that the address that the customer is putting in is an actual address found in the Google Maps store, and it'll also make sure that it falls within your delivery map. You want to hit add row, and then you'll have an option to add another zip code if you need it. All right, order notification. This is how we connect to your store, so no changes need to be made here. Secondary order notification. If you would like orders notifications to go to an email address, you can. What it will do is it will send you every order that goes through. It will also send you failed orders, and it will send you anytime. It'll send you an email anytime online ordering can't connect with your store. Okay, web interface text areas. The first box here is custom header HTML. This will display above the header box. It is a useful communication tool when you want to maybe welcome them to online ordering. You can give your customers a happy holiday message around the holidays. You can communicate store events here. You can even advertise specials here. If you are using an iframe setup, this custom header HTML will not be shown But if you're using just the regular link setup where a new window pops up when they click to go to order online, then they'll be able to see this. All right, disclaimer, it's a repeat from the account page. This is just location specific. So again, it's another communication tool to let your customers know what they need to before placing their order. Same thing with confirm order message and cross-sell HTML. These just allow you, they're repeated so it can be specific to this location if you have more than one location listed in your account. All right, restaurant interface special behavior. You got pricing display. You have an option to hide prices if you wish. Marketing. You can connect your Google AdWords account. Customer comments. You can enable and disable any customer comments as needed. Again, we have the launch page image. This is location specific rather than the other one, which was account specific. We have our store hours. We want to make sure that the time zone's correct. We want to make sure that daylight savings is observed. Allow after hours unconfirmed orders. This is dependent on how you're using Let's Get, the POS systems that you have, and how we're connecting into your system. Usually that will already be set, and unless you're having trouble with your after hours orders, I would think that everything would be okay, but feel free to contact support if you have any questions on that. All right, hours of operation. These are your normal store hours. You have meal 1 and meal 2. Meal 2 is useful if you have open for, let's say, in the morning, and then maybe offering a breakfast menu and then closing for the lunch menu and then reopening for a dinner menu. You can put in the 2 separate open and close times for that day there. And then we have delivery hours. So if you offer different delivery hours than you do on your regular hours, you can adjust those as well. And if you have normal delivery hours for your hours of operation, you can just uncheck it. And then it'll follow the same hours. Your delivery will follow the same hours as your hours of operation. All right, so after locations and menus, it brings us to menus. On this page, we want to click Edit. Here you have the menu name. The customers do not see this name. This is for your reference only. So if you have more than one menu in your account, it's a good thing. It's a good idea to label them accordingly. So if it's a lunch menu or maybe a menu specific to one of your locations, if you have multiple locations, you can do that in the menu name. All right, you can choose to hide the menu or show the menu. And here is where your POS import comes to play. Now we have graphical ordering available to you. If you're not set up on graphical ordering and you think this is something you might like, feel free to contact support. We'll get you the information that you need to move forward on that. All right, graphical ordering size display option. This is also for the graphical setups. We can help you with that if needed. Here's a refresh button. Save any changes you need to make on this page. There's a display visibility report. If there are items on your menu that aren't showing up online and you're not sure why, if you hit this display visibility report, it will give you all your items. It'll tell you if it shows up online, and if it's a no, it'll give you a reason under this issue column here on why it's not showing up. Okay, I'm going to click on menus to go back to the previous page. Now we're going to click on menu builder. And I'm not going to show you a lot here. It's going to be a separate video for this section, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview. Up here you have your menu sections. You can add sections by adding a name here and then hit quick menu section add. You can add items by going here on this quick menu item add, type in the name of the item and then hit quick menu item add. And it will drop it to the very bottom of the list, in which you'll just need to click edit and adjust the item settings for that item, the price and the mapping and so forth. Now from your item, you have the option to edit, to adjust the mapping, other information that you may need to. Then we have options to adjust the option sets for each item. Again, I'm just giving you a really brief overview. We won't really discuss this now. It'll be thoroughly discussed in another video. Okay, so moving on from menus, we're going to go to users and passwords. On users and passwords, you can set up several different users. You can even restrict their access that they have in the account. If you click on add new user and select the type, we have three different types: account, franchise, and user. User lets you restrict their access to whether they only have admin, menu, operation permissions, and if whether they have those permissions throughout the entire account or only one location if you have more than one location. Franchise gives the customer admin access over a specific location only. And then account gives your customer, or gives your employee, not your customer, you don't want to give your customer these accesses, gives your employee access over the entire account. Don't check primary account contact. That will possibly break the connection with your online ordering and your store, especially if you're using a Let's Get monitor. Alright, so after users and passwords, we've got out of stock. I'm going to skip over price sheets because it's really not needed. I may do a separate video on it at a later point in time. Out of stock lists everything on our menu. We've got the right hand column lists all of our options. The left hand column lists all of our items. If we run out of an option, let's say we run out of olives, what it's going to do after marking olives is it's automatically going to pull off my veggie pizza because it comes with olives, and it's going to pull off my specialty pizza because that comes with olives as well. Now, let's say I offer olives on different items on my menu. What I need to do is go down my option list and find anywhere else that it reads olives and make sure to check it so that it pulls off all olives. This is also a good tool to keep up with special offers. You can create a section called special offers and then build combination items and make them used as coupons basically. And then you can control what's being shown each month by simply clicking out of stock as needed. Alright, so after out of stock, we're going to go to closings. This is where we can set up our holiday hours. As you can see here, I have got Christmas Day closed. What I did was I entered in the date, I left the open time and the close time empty. I didn't fill it out, didn't put anything in there, and then hit update, and that closed me for the whole day. And then on Christmas Eve, I marked that I closed early, so I put in the date, then put in the adjusted open time and close time that I'm going to be open for that day, and then hit update again. Each time I hit update, it's going to drop down a new line. If I am on the master account and I have different franchisees underneath me and they're all on price sheets, I can hit update for all locations and that will do that. After closings, we've got delivery areas. This is where you'll find your delivery map if you have one. It will be listed right underneath this little yellow tab that says delivery area. It'll say the name of your delivery area, and then you'll have two options next to it, which is map to view the map, and then options. And under options will give you different settings for that map. So if it's a specific zone, you can maybe charge more for that zone, set longer delivery times, and other options like that. And we're going to go to the Orders tab. This is where we're going to come to view any orders that we have online. We've got 4 statuses. We've got complete, authorized not charged, not authorized, and save for later. Complete are all the orders that have made it through Let's Get and into your store with no problem. Authorized not charged meant that there is usually a broken connection between the online ordering system and your store And if you have anything in this column, feel free to give us a call so we can take a look and see what's going on. Usually, if there's a series of orders not going through, it'll automatically create a support ticket for us to go in and take a look for you. When we've got not authorized, these are usually for our credit card declines. So whether it's just a declined credit card, maybe an incorrect credit card number, incorrect name, incorrect address, any of those things, it will decline the card, and it usually gives you a brief description on why the card was declined if the customer calls. And then we've got save for later. Those are for your deferred orders. You can search any of these orders that have been complete, authorized, not charged, not authorized, or saved for later by simply putting in the order date. You can put in the customer's name, the order number if you have it. You can view, if you have multiple restaurants in here, you can view the orders by specific restaurant by choosing which restaurant you want to view. You can also look at the source, whether it's all web orders or what orders were mobile orders. Okay, now we're going to go to page design. If you're familiar with style sheets, or if you have a web designer that maybe you want to go in and have them go in and take a look at this and see what they can do to help spruce up the look of your menu, you can. It's pretty basic. We've got just basic color changes for most of the menu. And then we have the different categories. So you've got standard, fonts, buttons, and then you even have a CSS page that lets you customize CSS fields for certain areas. Feel free to contact Granbury support for more assistance on this if you're wanting to do any changes. After page design, we have custom text. Let's say that when we go to checkout, it says delivery, takeout, and dine in, and we don't want it to say takeout, we want it to say pickup. So what we're going to do is scroll down here, find where it says, oops, that's not what I wanted. Find where it says takeout, and then simply replace that text with pickup and hit save. So see, as I put here, pickup. And you can do that for various texts all over the menu. Okay, having a little trouble with my Zoom, but I think we're good now. All right. So after the custom text, there's the web design feature, which isn't used for anybody other than admin. Images, this is where you can upload your own images. The first page it brings you to is our repository. These are our stock photos that we have available for you to use. If you wish to use one of our stock photos, all you have to do is check the category from the stock photo that you want to use. Let's say you like this bread and you want to use it. So simply check that and then hit save at the bottom. And then that image will be available for you to assign to your menu item. If you want to upload your own images, you can simply click on step 2 to upload your own images. You can upload them one by one, which is usually recommended, but you can also try a zip file, putting all of the images into a zip file. Make sure that all the images are below 5,000 pixels. Otherwise it won't upload the zip file. And make sure that nothing else is in the folder except for those images. If you have trouble uploading your images, again, contact Granbury support. We're always here to help. Alright, to upload your non-menu images, these are your images for maybe the buttons on your page, if you want to have custom graphics anywhere on the page that you want to incorporate. So you can do like maybe the backgrounds of anything on the menu, the shopping cart, the main page, the header. You would upload those images here, and then if you click on that image, it'll open it up and it'll provide you the link for the image so that you can use it in the CSS setups. Okay, now we're going to hit reports. And these reports are here for your use as you see fit. We have the most common ones is going to be the rolling quarterly statements by account, and then also opt-in emails. Opt-in emails shows you all of the emails for the customers that have signed up with Let's Get and that chose to opt into emails. When they register for an account, they're given a little checkbox asking them, would you like to opt into email marketing? Now, if you have Sales Builder and Fishbowl and you are connected to Let's Get, that information will automatically be sent into those programs, so nothing you need to worry about there. However, if you don't have an email marketing program, or if you have one that doesn't connect to Let's Get, you can simply click in opt-in emails and it'll give you a list of all the emails of the customers that opted in, so you can add those to your lists. Now, all of these, of course, are for Let's Get transactions only. They don't take into account any of your in-store transactions. So something to keep in mind when looking at these. All right, and last but not least on this, we're going to go over the FAQ, and I'm actually going to have to switch pages here. All right, so this is the FAQ page. There's a lot of information up here, and there's also several links on how to do stuff on your own. So if you ever want to maybe take a hand in adding your own menu items or adjustments or anything like that, feel free to come in here and take a look at some of these and see how they can help you out. And if you still have questions afterwards, give us a call. All right, that is it for our walkthrough. I hope you all learned something new maybe, and we will see you next month. Thanks.